Hey, this will be another one of my top fives. I was digging through my old crap to see if there's any other top fives I can do besides video games. And I discovered that pretty much all of my collection was Disney movies, so why not do a top five Disney movie? But that's, been done by everything. So I'm to have some Disney movies at my disposal that not a lot of people have seen, but are still some of my favorite Disney movies. So here are my top five underrated, in my opinion, Disney movies. Here we go. Number five is, I wouldn't actually call it a Disney movie, but it was made by Disney, so I'm putting it on here. Teacher's Pet. Now, I didn't really watch the show all that much, but when I saw this movie, it kind of introduced me to movie musicals. It was a satire of itself. Here's a really stupid story. It's about a dog who trying to be human and goes to the school and hijinks happens and stuff, and the kid just wants his dog to be a dog, but the dog wants to be a boy, really. And it's just two best friends who have conflicting ideals, and that's actually a very interesting plot. You can make a movie off of that, and that's pretty much what they did. And then there's this evil doctor scientist who turns this guy into a man, and he tries to get with his mother, and it's just weird, but it's fun. I can tell there's a lot of heart and joy in this movie, and one of the most interesting developments is when the boy wants the dog to turn back into a dog because he's a man now, and the man wants to be a man and wants to be his father. And then so there's this whole song about conflicting dreams, and sometimes you have to give up your dream if you want to let your friend have one. And that was like the first movie I've ever seen that had sacrifice involved. Not just like, I'll sacrifice my life for something. It's like, I'll sacrifice my dream so you can have your dream because we're friends. That bond of friendship, it was very interesting to me. And it was a horrible cartoon show. It wasn't that funny. And it's, man, I still watch it today. I still sing the songs, and I still love the humor, and I still like the characters, even though they're only like 6 characters. But they're all interesting, and it was creative. And it can't really call it a Disney movie, but it was made by Disney, and they made a movie out of it, and I loved it. It was one of the first I saw. So, threw a ball on that one. No one guessed that, huh? Alright, number 4. Treasure Planet. This part of the Disney movies that I grew up with. I didn't grow up with Lion King, really, or at least I saw Beauty and the Beast and Lion King, but I saw them at an age where I didn't really understand. It was this, pretty animals, pretty things happening, cool. But when I started to fully grasp what movies are saying, it was right around when Treasure Planet came out, and Treasure Planet blew me away. I didn't know the story originally, but when Disney makes a sci-fi epic of 1970s in the future, what 1970s people would think the future would be like, it's like that. In the world, the setting, it's beautiful, it's magical, the characters, oh man, I don't know why people don't like this movie so much. It's made in that little age where they're trying to push 2D animation really far with the Atlantis, which bombed horribly, and then Lilo and Stitch, and then this, I don't know what came before, but that 3 movies, it was trying to push it so far, and the dad just leaves. Oh man, it deals with so many issues. The rebel kid, but he also embraces people, and the robot was kind of annoying, but I don't remember the robot. I just remember it's such a vivid experience. It's just one of my Disney movies I remember the most. And was most, different. Because Disney hasn't really done sci-fi epics. and this was a stretch, and it was really good. Especially that one song when the kid and the pirate are on the boat and they bond, and it's just, that song is good. All right, number 3, Emperor's New Groove. I know some people don't like this one, and if you don't like, because you know it's small, it's like kind of not stilted. It was stilted animation, kind of not huge, not epic, not, you know, it's a buddy movie. It's a buddy road trip movie where 2 people have to go on a journey and then they bond and then they share. You know, it's cliched. It's kind of cliche. They just threw in a magical llama, and oh god, it's this guy. They threw in a magical llama, and then they threw in John Goodman as the nice fat guy, then David Spade as a llama. David Spade as a llama. That was what this movie was advertised as. David Spade as a llama. And I didn't even know it was David Spade when I watched it. I was a kid. I didn't know who David Spade was, but nonetheless. What sells this movie so great for me is the comedy. This is the funniest Disney movie I have ever seen. I laughed so hard. The jokes hit so good. I can watch them over and over. Even though it's cliche, even though it's kind of stupid and boring, it's simple is what it is. It's a simple story with wackiness thrown in. The old lady and Crunk, so funny. Like how would you even think up that an old lady, like old power hungry lady, and a stupid sidekick would make such a good comedy team? It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't make sense. They shouldn't be together. They shouldn't make you laugh so much, but they do, and it's the timing, and it's so great. One of the best comedies, best animated comedies. And I did watch the show, and I liked the TV show, but man, this is like a great concept. I need to watch it again. But I think people should give it more credit than it's due, because even though it's not big and huge and epic, it doesn't need to be. It's a buddy road trip movie. It's a comedy. And comedies don't always have to be big and huge and epic to be memorable. They just have to have good characters and good setup and good timing, good laughter. That's what I got out of it. And David Spade is a llama. Number 2, Fantasia. Now, I know this is a received movie. You know, when it first came out, no one liked it, no one saw it, and really, well, people liked it, but no one saw it. It bombed. And then so once they started to get away from that, and then once they got popular, they made another one in 2000, which is pretty much just a cop-out, but good animation as well. The thing that impresses me the most about this movie is that it exists. Like, when you're just starting out, once you made Snow White and once you made those other early movies, and then you go to this, today's world in a starting company, this movie would never exist. It would not be there. Producers would never allow this thing to be, because it bombed, and I'm pretty sure they knew it would bomb, because it's just good music to good animation. That's not really a movie. It's just an emotional artwork of a flow of sorts. And when I ask people, what's your favorite Disney movies? I don't really get Fantasia that much, because, it's not really a movie. But I love it because of what it says, what it is, how artful it is, and how it wasn't made for kids. It was made for adults who like good animation, good music, and it's just straight in your face. This is it. This is what it is. Nothing else. And it just impressed me. I'm not really sure how well received it is in the other movies, but I'm just putting it there. And number 1, I kind of gave this away, but Lilo and Stitch. Here do I start with Lilo and Stitch? It was in the period of when I was growing up and I fully understood movies. My friend is Hawaiian, so he plays that opening song over and over and over again. Well, not Hawaiian, he goes to Hawaii a lot. He's like, oh, whatever. But he loves that song, and I love it too. It's just the water palette colors, the different setting, the way Disney tried to go so far with it. And it was wonderful. It really was. It shouldn't be blamed for killing 2D animation, because this was a wonderful movie. And it was wonderful because the first time I ever saw a good child character in an animated movie. Not only that, a good role model character, not a guardian character in an animated movie. The relationship between the two sisters, I can't even understand how they did that, but it was magical. I mean, really, it took the whole movie with it at that spot. It like directed it towards that. All of the other sci-fi things, all of the other alien battle things, it doesn't really compare to the relationship that's there. And that's wonderful. I could watch a movie just about that relationship. Really, it would be more of a drama. But, you know, they have to make it Disney. They have to put in the alien and the markability. And, you know, when it first came out, it was like, oh, parodying Disney things. It's like Stitch came out and, like, knocked over the Little Mermaid. And like, oh, this looks weird. But then I saw it. It's not what you expect. Disney can do that. It can make things and you never expect what it is. And it's just wonderful. Beautiful child character. She's weird. She's emotional. She's over the top. She can't be controlled. And it's just likable. The whole movie is just likable. And I know it's not really comes a good ending, I would say. But man, for my childhood at least, best Disney movie for me. Because, you know, teaches family, you know, family, you know, is the big theme. But it also teaches, you know, really anyone could be family. It doesn't have to be blood relatives. It can be friends. It can be, you know, people that you work with. It can be, you know, just people happenstance to be in your lives, you know, that could be family. You know, it's not really a defined thing. You know, and I like it. I know 3 of these movies are from the new age, like right when they stopped making 2D animation. But, you know, I thought they had a really strong push at the very end to try and, you know, keep 2D animation. It's just these what do you call it? Movies, just the problem with them, I guess, but the final 3 is the story isn't incredibly strong. It's just, you know, normal story with a twist. And I love those type of stories, just normal story, normal classic story with a twist. I think those can be really great movies. But, you know, some people is like, well, there's nothing new, just a little thing new. It's not the whole thing new. I don't like it as much. But I think that's why they're underrated. Except for Fantasia, it's just old. And Teacher's Pet, which is just a personal favorite. For no real reason. Check it out, it's pretty funny. And, Disney's awesome. Even though it's evil, it's still pretty cool. And check out next time when I do something else. See you later.